the time has come, the walrus said.
Alright everyone, welcome to Excitebike. Now as I'm in the midst of the Super Nintendo era, I realize there are a lot of racing game franchises coming up right now, like F-Zero, Mario Kart, etc. So I think it was important to look back at a classic NES racer like this, and give it a go. Now this game only has 5 total tracks, but you know what, it's a classic NES game, it really doesn't need that much variety. What makes Excitebike a lot of fun is how you play. It's not your typical racer where you're behind the character or behind the car or whatever. Instead you're at this side kind of perspective, and it's more about positioning and angling than anything else. While you're on the ground and while you're in midair, you're able to control the Excitebike racer's exact position. And you have to use that to your advantage to make sure you don't slip over and fall. Another important thing is we have the boost here, which can continue much faster like so, although as you can see that is highly raising our temperature. And we need to keep an eye on that, otherwise we'll have to let our bike cool down for a little while. Now, you normally think the standard mode would be like racing CPUs, and then the other mode would be time trial. But no, the standard mode in this game is time trial, and then the other mode we have is, well, racing CPUs. We'll give both modes a go and show off some of the other maps as well. There we are. Look at that sick wheelie he does. And based on your own time trial, it gives you a little rank here. So we got 1. But yeah, we're gonna go into Selection B now. And Selection B, we'll go, I guess, Track 2. And yeah, now there's gonna be other racers. Although, it seems like you're just consistently racing these other 3 guys. But there's actually a lot more CPUs in the midst of this, as you will see. You also gotta make sure not to run into them. Oh, that's not good. Look at us just crashing down. Now, once you do crash, it's important to mash the A or B button to try and get back on your bike quickly. But yeah, look at all these random people that have suddenly appeared. I guess they were supposed to be behind us or something? Oh, I think we just knocked that guy off his bike. Nice. 50 seconds on that lap. Not amazingly, but you know what? As long as we don't crash this time, I think we'll get a decent score. It's unfortunate we can't see what place we're in at all times. We just have to kind of wait in the end and see. Because there's so many racers about, it's so hard to tell who's where. Alright, 120. I mean, the 3rd place there was 124. So yeah, we got 3rd place. You know what, that's respectable at least. So yeah, aside from the time trial mode and then fighting CPUs, there's also design in which we can go down here and actually create our own track. I know this seems kind of interesting for an NES racing game, but yeah, basically all of these different letters here will place down an object, and then we can use the A button, I believe, here. I'm using Super Nintendo, so it's a little off. We can also skip ahead. And so basically we can just create our own track any way we want to. So, let's just, alright, and then let's create the end right here. And we can change how many laps there are, but let's just do 2 laps, how about? And let's go ahead and play it in just time trial mode. We won't have CPUs here. Although I'm kind of interested to see how they would do with this. So we have a couple of hills, and now... I don't know that this is all possible. You can make some really ridiculous kind of level design. Ooh, well, we at least finished. You know what, let's try it with CPUs. Let's see how the CPUs fare against this absolute gauntlet of hurdles. Oh no. Everyone's crashing. 3rd place, by the way, is 8 seconds. I don't know how you're expected to do that nonsense in 8 seconds. So we're gonna get something like 16th, probably. Ooh. Alright, crashed into the finish line, there we go. 39 seconds, let's see. Okay, we got 1st. Now that's Excitebike, and that game is an absolute classic. There's a reason it's been kind of recognized nowadays, in games like Mario Kart 8 and even Super Smash Bros. But there's another game I want to acknowledge on the NES, and that is... Mach Rider here. I never played this game until now, but it's worth a shot, I suppose. So we have Fighting Course, Endurance Course, Solo Course, and Design, just like Excitebike. 1985, so wow, this is very early NES. Let's just give the Fighting Course a go. In the year 2112, the Earth has been invaded by evil forces. Journey to the neighboring sectors destroying invaders. You are Mach Rider. I like the idea that the Earth has been invaded by some sort of force, and yet we're relying on a guy on a motorcycle to take care of things. But anyway, this game, you have a shoot button, you ride around in this kind of familiar third-person perspective, and yeah, you just move left and right. Also, interestingly, you actually shift gears using up and down on the D-pad, which changes your speed, and wow, fourth gear is really fast. Now, next to the third gear there, you can see our total energy, which goes down every time we die and respawn here. Although, that doesn't stay completely consistent for the entire game, we'll get to that. Also, we can see our score, which goes up the more we shoot people, or barrels, or anything. Also, how many shots we have remaining, interesting. Because you do have limited shots, actually. The sector ahead has fallen to the forces of evil. Proceed to the next sector. As you can see there, there's 10 total maps. We just finished the first one. For whatever reason, as you can see from the 3 there, this time instead of a health bar, we have hit points. Like, a total amount of hit points. I don't know why there was a sudden change, but yeah, I guess we'll just go with it. Oh, man. There's a guy coming behind us. We gotta speed things up. Oh, he's speeding up on us. We gotta go all the way. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, this is fine. Ah, never mind. This track is very iconic. It was used in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it was actually really good there, I might say. Oh man, everything's exploding around us. These green enemies here are kind of a stronger variant of the starting enemies. I think they take extra hits. And there might be more stronger enemies as we go on, like those red guys here, which I don't even recognize those ones. Ah. Taken down with 6 kilometers to go. Ah well. So yeah, the only difference with Endurance Course and Solo Course here is it wants us to go a certain distance within a certain time limit. There's no real point in killing enemies aside from points now. We don't die anymore, or like we don't have a health bar that permanently depletes. And then the only thing that's different about Solo Course is there's no longer enemies in that version, but it's still the same kind of thing of like, go this distance in this time sort of deal. Looks like we made all the distance we had to from that little music cue. Might as well keep going though, get some extra points, why not? Now, I know Excitebike has received several kind of spiritual successors in the likes of the Nintendo 64 and the Wii, with like Excite Truck. I'm not sure how much Mach Rider is even relevant these days. Maybe it's something to look into in the future. Lastly, we have designing, which works just like Excitebike, where we have to design a track, and this is a lot more basic looking. It's not like we actually see the track laid out before us, we just kind of have to create turns and everything. So I just wanted to take the time to show off these classic kind of racing games before moving on to, of course, Super Mario Kart, F-Zero, all that stuff. Oh, and of course Sonic Riders, that's another one. But now that that is all out of the way, thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a very good day.